Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Semoskiy Winter. Our heroes today are going to be Blitz, playing for the Germans. And we have, once again, Paradox, playing for the Soviets of the Red Army. Now, both players are currently ranked around the 90s. At the time of casting this, Blitz is ranked 95 for the Germans, and Paradox is ranked 93 for the Soviets. So we should be expecting a very even matched. So anyways, interestingly enough, though, we see that Blitz has already selected his doctrine, and that is the mechanized assault tactics. But he's not getting assault grenadiers, which is an interesting choice to go for that commander right off the bat, but not get those grenadiers. We'll see if he gets them later on, but right now he's actually investing in getting standard grenadiers. We see the first grenadier squad already in the field, heading towards the center, and second one already in production, just hitting the field right now, actually. There it goes. For Paradox side, well, standard use, with Soviets, getting himself conscripts, second conscript squad hitting the field right now, heading into the center, while the other one is already in the center, capturing that strategic point in the front base, and going into the center portion of the map. Down south, we hear the first engagement, Pioneers and Combat Engineers engaging in the fuel point. The Combat Engineers do manage to stop the cap of that fuel point. Pioneers jump into the house to get the superior position, and will deny the territory to the Combat Engineers, but the Combat Engineers are just simply going to move along their way, and probably going to jump into this house. No, they actually decide to stop in the middle of the street, and they're moving along, moving again. They're going once again against the Pioneers, trying to deny that fuel. Are they trying to go for the house? No, they actually see a Grand Squad following up to support the Pioneers, and decide to just book it and get themselves out of there. A lot of damage taken on those Combat Engineers. They are now down to almost half health and still at 4 men, so they retain their firepower, but they will be going down rather quickly, probably in the next engagement. Conscripts in the center, capturing that victory point, and they are going for the next strategic point. Might actually even go for the cutoff point, and it looks like they're actually going to do that while the Combat Engineers follow up to continue capturing that point. Very nice. Left hand side, we see conscripts going for the munitions and victory point, while a third conscript squad was being produced apparently, but it looks like Paradox decided to actually cancel the conscript squad and might be building something else. We'll see what he decides to get. He does have a lot of manpower because he canceled it, and again, hesitating a little bit in what he wants to build. He started building another combat engineer, but canceled that as well. Looks like he might have actually invested into one of the upgrades. Oh well. Anyways, engagements up north. We see conscripts engaging against grenadiers in the fuel point. We have the MG42 for Blitz in the house here, trying to catch one of those conscripts out in the open, but they do just simply back away and are going to capture the fuel, while the combat engineers capture that strategic point. Up north, engagement still going on. Conscripts actually taking quite a beating to those Grens, down to 4. 4 on 4, the Grens are always going to win that, so the conscripts are in a little bit of trouble. Down goes one Grens, so they do get a little bit of a breathing room there, but you can see the health values on the squads. Grens are about half health, while the conscripts are at about 25%. So the conscripts will be losing this as long as they stop moving around, because everybody's just dancing around the hay bale and not getting shots off. And there we go, the conscripts are forced off of the field. Pioneers and Combat Engineers engaging over on the victory point on the right-hand side. The Pioneers look like they're actually getting the upper hand on this, although one Pioneer did go down. But the Combat Engineers themselves are very low health, actually now down to 2, and they actually do win the fight. There we go. Very nice pickup there for the Pioneers. Conscripts capturing that fuel point. We see Grenadiers in that house. MG42 still back here, and we have a Gren squad coming up from the base. 6-man conscript squad pushing forward onto that Gren squad. We are now gonna lose that fight with the Grens, and they are forced off pretty fast. One conscript though does hit the eat shit basically. So second combat engineer squad did end up being produced by Paradox, and he decided to build tier 1 with it. So we shall see if he is going to be getting anything from tier 1 or is trying to tech straight to either tier 3 or tier 4. We shall see. Fourth Grenadier squad being produced by Blitz. So still no Assault Grenadiers. Again, very interesting for him to choose that doctrine and not get himself any Assault Grenadiers. I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see how it pans out. I would at least get one, you know, to supplement, you know, Grenadier squad, keep them both together, have a very strong, you know, punch there. But oh well, we shall see how that works out. Blitz still keeping his MG42 back in this house. Not entirely sure I agree with that. He could at least move it up to this one if he, you know, wants to definitely defend this strategic point here. But at least this point gives him a little bit more forward firepower. But again, players with way higher rank than I have right now or ever hope to get, and well, obviously they know more of this game than I do, so let's see if he teaches me a lesson. Grants in the center victory point getting flamed by the combat engineers. They do lose one of their men to that flamethrower. Combat engineers push forward, another burst goes off, so another grenadier catches fire, and the grenadiers just keep on pushing backwards and get themselves into heavy cover. Combat engineers, being boldened by their newfound power, decide to jump the fence and go straight against those grenadiers. They are now Ved 1 and they do force away the grenadiers from that house. So very nice. MG42 now finally moving up into the house, but it is in the face of a flamethrower. Thankfully, the flamethrower actually ignites and down goes the entire combat engineer squad. Wow, very nice. The combat engineers were very low in health, and the flamethrower burst in by the fire of those pioneers, killing 3 of them instantly, and the last one gets gunned down by the pioneers, apparently. Pioneers themselves have 5 kills now to their name, so that is a badass pioneer squad. Combat engineers down south in the house, capturing that fuel point. Grens and conscripts engaging in the cutoff or strategic point in this right-hand side. The grenadiers are going to lose that fight, so they are going to be forced off of the field. They do end up retreating at 2 men. Very low health, but it looks like they should be able to make it out alive. And we now have a mechanized assault group, and that is the half-track, or clown car, I guess you could call it, for the Germans, with a Panzer Grenadier inside. So it does cost 560 manpower, so essentially it's a 200 manpower, 55 fuel, if I'm not mistaken. I forget, I think it's 360 manpower for the Panzer Grenadiers. I may be mistaken, but essentially it's a 200 manpower and 55 fuel half-track, which is a little bit expensive. Doesn't have the capability of reinforcing, but it does have the option to shoot from inside, so those Panzer Grenadiers do a lot of damage, and they do maul that conscript squad, forcing it off the field. And again, while garrisoned, it allows those vehicles to cap. Sniper now in the field for Paradox, so he decided to build himself something from tier 1 after all. And it is going over to the left-hand side. There is a Grand squad capturing the victory point. We'll see if it turns around. Yeah, he does turn it around once he notices that, and he's going to go shoot that in the face. So interesting. So yeah, I guess he's essentially saving his manpower spent in the assault grenadiers and investing it in the mechanized assault group, maybe? I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. This half-track isn't really used a lot by most players, but we'll see if he pans out. Something that is, you know, interesting that could be used, but we shall see, is putting a sniper in there. But oh well. Sniper taking some shots at those Grens. The Grens are retreating. Can they actually make it out alive? Ooh, the sniper misses, and away goes the Gren. Makes it out alive. Very lucky to be alive, that Gren squad. Gren's in the center, capturing territory. The half-track is pushing into the center. Also, you know, standard things. A pile with a flamethrower in here would be awesome. If you put or get Shreks on those Panzer Grenadiers, that's also a very nice combo to take out vehicles, you know. It is a quite versatile unit, not, you know, very heavily used, but, you know, it's not useless by any means. And there it goes. It is very mobile, so it's going up to support these Grenadiers. Grenadiers now down to 2 men, but the Panzer Grenadiers are shooting from the back of that car, doing a lot of damage. Look at that health go down. 18-8 landing on top of that half-track. The Grens do end up having to retreat in the face of the potential of dying, and down to 1 man on the retreat, going straight through a Gren squad. Can he actually make it out alive? No, down goes 1 conscript squad for Paradox. So unfortunately, Paradox has suffered a lot of losses. He is getting himself tier 3 now, so he will be able to produce something onto the field with a little bit more power, maybe a T-70. and we see the conscripts pushing into the center, supported by the sniper. Pretty much all the forces of Paradox right here in the center of the map. Rest of the map is, well, pretty much at the mercy of Blitz for him to cap. Sniper taking some shots at the MG42 in the house. It misses though, and the MG42 opens up. Conscripts at 4 men pushing forward. We do see the half-track still damaged. The Pioneers are a little bit out of position. They need to run through the center of the map, basically, to get to it. Or the half-track needs to, you know, move to it. Panzer Grenadiers decide to vacate that half-track and are going to push forward into the center of the map, maybe trying to catch that sniper out in the open. The sniper itself is suppressed right now, so if he doesn't retreat right now, it's actually going to die. Let's see if Paradox retreats it, get it out of there. He is going to take a shot at the Panzer Grenadiers, but the Panzer Grenadiers are now right on top of the sniper. One of the men go down. It looks like it actually was the... No, it was the spotter. And the Panzer Grenadiers do take 1 loss, but they do push those forces off the field. Pioneer going onto the half-track. They are going to repair it, and they do have a flamethrower, so it, you know, wouldn't be a bad idea for Pioneers to jump in there. We know how effective the M3 scout car is for the Soviets with a flamethrower in there, so, you know, could work out. T-70 now hitting the field for Paradox. That's going to be quite useful. The Panzer Grenadiers could benefit right now from getting those Panzer Shreks potentially, but Faust are probably going to be the better bet here. Well, Faust then Panzer Shreks. T-70 pushing forward, taking a shot at those Grenadiers. It does decide to go into the center of the map. MG42 is going to jump into the house, and no, it actually decides to retreat because it sees that the T-70 is right there. Gren's retreating down to 4, still at 4 men, down to about half health, and they are going to make it out just fine. Med bunker already produced for Blitz, so that is going to be fine. A little bit of a savings in manpower in that situation. And now we see the half-track with the flamethrower equipped. The conscripts Ura away from the half-track, and then Ura back. They are going to throw the 18-8 and potentially retreat in the face of it. They are doing some damage to it with their small arms fires, but the flamethrower is doing a lot of damage to them. The T-70 is in the center of the map. They did get Fausted, apparently, and it got itself, well, standard engine damage, not heavy. Grens, and Panzer Grens maul that conscript squad on the retreat and kill it off. So very nice pickup there. These Pioneers need to, yeah, they're going to go ahead and repair. Panzer Grens do not actually get the upgrade for the Panzer Shreks, that is. And they end up retreating in the face of the T-70. They're all balled up together, and they are unable to retreat. This squad is just stuck there, not doing anything. There it goes. One of the infantry did go down on the retreat, but the half-track is just pulling away with its damaged engine. Might actually get hunted down by the T-70. It's getting itself repaired with its ability, but it doesn't actually manage to repair the engine, so the half-track is going to be just fine. Victory point-wise, we are almost even. 386 for Blitz, 328 for Paradox, so it's a little bit in the favor of Blitz. We also see that Paradox got himself the Soviet Shock Army Doctrine, so he got himself some shock troops, and the PPSA just on his conscripts. Unfortunately, though, he did lose one of his conscript squads, so he is now down to 1. So, well, there's pretty much only 3 combat units on the field. Snipers, shock troops, and conscripts. T-70, well, obviously that also counts, but it's not an infantry unit. Blitz got himself tier 3, and is now going to get himself a Panzer IV. Panzer IV, very nice choice there. There isn't a lot on the field can actually do anything against him. Only the conscripts can throw an 18-8 to, well, slow it down if it gets a crit. And the T-70 can very easily die to the Panzer IV, so in this situation, it is an excellent choice. Flak Panzer would also be a very good choice because it can actually kill a T-70, but since you know there's a T-70, there's a very decent chance that you're going to be getting T-34s soon. So the Flak Panzer, while it can actually kill a T-34, isn't, you know, very reliable at doing so. You know, if you can get a Faust off on the T-34 and, you know, circle strafe it, getting the shots on the rear armor, you know, you can't kill it with the Flak Panzer. But, you know, Panzer IV is a way more reliable option. And, well, like we said, Paradox is actually now getting himself a T-34. So, yeah, Panzer IV is actually going to be the correct choice in this situation. We shall see how it pans out, though. Grants over here in the north pushing towards the victory point. They do get intercepted by shock troops and the T-70. The T-70 might have actually gotten one of the kills there. Yeah, it looks like one of the men died right there. So both the Grand Squads actually end up retreating. They don't want to face that T-70 by themselves right now. They could have Fausted and maybe allowed the... yeah, I mean, the Shreks could actually do a good job if they get on top of the half-track, so I don't know about it, but whatever. Panzer IV heading straight into the center of the map. The T-70 is now in the center of the map. Sniper taking some shots. One of the men on the sniper squad went down again. And was that a... it doesn't actually show the weapon, so it looks like it might have been the spotter. And here comes the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV is going straight for the T-70. Nice shot. Brings it to about half health. The T-70 is going to back off. Panzer IV crashes into the building, unfortunately. And that does not allow him to get the kill. Conscripts Ura forward and are going to throw an 18-8 on the Panzer IV. It does not crit on the engine, unfortunately. And there goes the ram on the T-34. T-34 does actually manage to get the crit on the ram, but that only really accomplishes the T-34 getting itself killed. Panzer IV, though, does get disabled, and it only suffers slight engine damage. And down goes the T-34. So while it was a very nice reaction, very, you know, instant reaction there by Paradox, I feel that that didn't accomplish much because he didn't have a follow-up to get rid of the Panzer IV. If he had an AT gun, you know, if he had gone tier 2, tier 3, that would have been a different situation. Maybe, you know, follow it up with the AT gun and get the Panzer IV killed. But, well, hindsight is 20/20, like we said, and, well, he decided to go for it, and yeah, I mean, I don't feel that actually panned out for him. He's still a little bit far away from getting that second T-70, so we'll see. Nice bundle late landing on those conscripts, doing a lot of damage down to 2 men on the retreat. Sniper still on the field taking some shots. It did actually do a lot of damage to those Panzer Grenadiers, bringing them down to 2 men, but they do retreat, so they're going to be fine. Sniper getting caught in the open by those Grens, but they don't have an LMG, so their standard shots. They do damage the sniper, but they don't finish him off, and there are medics on the field, so the sniper will be back in shape before it hits the field. T-70 did repair itself again, bringing it to about 75% health. Still on the field. I'm not exactly keen on leaving it with its rear armor exposed and in the center of the map, especially because Panzer IV is still on the field. It's currently getting repaired. Could be used to harass, you know, send it up here, you know, support those shock troops. It is going there up now, so I suppose it's fine. Granted, Vet 2 though are going to be able to stand for a while. Oh, very nasty nade there by the shock troops. Actually brings those Grens down to 2 men. T-70 going into the center, risking a Faust by those Grens. The Grens pushing forward, and they are taking a lot of damage to that T-70. They are retreating in the face of the T-70. Very low health. T-70 will... No, actually it misses. Second Gren squad also ends up getting retreated. Not exactly sure why, but, well, again, better players than me. Maybe they have a reason behind it. Very nice shot there by the Panzer IV. Actually nails 2 of those combat engineers. And a second shot misses completely. But, well, Panzer IV is now on the field. Second T-34 now on the field. Should be able to, again, deter that Panzer IV from just simply stomping all over Paradox units. But, again, I wouldn't ram it unless you have some type of follow-up. But, you know, well, maybe he has a better reasoning for that than I do. Panzer Shreks behind the Panzer IV there for support. Nice shot by the Panzer IV. Takes about 20% damage on that T-34. Second shot goes off. Does very nice damage down to about half health. Panzer Shreks by the Panzer Grenadiers are trying to set up to take a shot. They could actually jump into the house and use that to take some shots. I would suggest it, actually. Nice shot by the Panzer IV. Actually nails the T-70 and brings it down to about 30% health. T-70, though, has Vet 2, so that increases... reduces the damage taken, does increase the weapon damage though. And the Panzer Grenadiers do end up finally jumping into the house. Pioneers in the center going to repair that Panzer IV, bring it back to full health, and engage from down south in the fuel point. We have Vet 2 Grens against Vet 2 Conscripts. The Conscripts themselves do have the PPSHs, so they should be able to win this fight. And we shall see how it pans out. Second Conscript squad pushing up to support, so away go the Grens. Sniper also taking some shots at something, although, no, it actually didn't take shots at anything. Oh, well. Up north, we see the T-70 harassing... No, not T-70, sorry. the half-track harassing the shock troops. Shock troops can't really do anything against that half-track, especially with that engineer in there and doing a lot of damage to them. The half-track is not pursuing, though. There is a little bit more focus in the center. It looks like Grenz took a shot by that sniper. They're going to push forward, and the sniper's going to stop to take a shot. Another Gren goes down, but the sniper is now caught in the open by 2 Gren squads. Down goes one of the snipers. Can they actually nail the one on the retreat? No. Sniper again makes it out alive. Unfortunately for Blitz, he cannot seem to pick that guy up. Shock troops getting chased down by the half-track with the flamethrower, though, and it doesn't actually pursue, unfortunately. So the shock troops looks like they might be able to make it out alive. The Panzer IV, though, is taking some shots at it on the retreat, but he masked himself behind the house, and very lucky shock troop. T-70 pushing into the center of the map through the river. Very risky to be there on the river. Conscripts pushing on top of all those infantry squads. Very nasty shot there by the T-70. Actually nails all those Grens and brings him down very low health. 18-8 landing on top of the Panzer IV. The T-34 is going in for the kill, it looks like. Conscripts themselves, though, do get mauled, and down goes the Vet 2 conscript squad for Paradox. T-70 and T-34 pushing on the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV is able to tank that very nicely. Shreks on the Panzer IV. Very nice. Actually take out that T-70. We have engineers pushing onto the T-34, trying to get on-field repairs, it looks like, but the T-34 is just fine. T-34 is going to continue to push out and take some shots at that Panzer IV. Very nice shot, penetrates frontal armor. Panzer IV down to about 30% health, maybe. Nasty Faust goes off on the T-34. The T-34 ends up at about half health, smoking and running away. Sniper on the other side of the river taking some shots at the Grens. Nice Faust actually, Panzer Shrek actually kills one of those combat engineers, and the T-4, and the Panzer IV, sorry, is just mauling that infantry and forcing it away. One of the flamethrowers actually ignites on that combat engineer, and he is forced away at 1 man. Rifle nade tossed by those Grens, but the sniper actually manages to dodge that quite nicely. And the T-34 does still have its damaged engine pushing forward. Shrek's taking some shots at the T-34 across the river, but very nice shot there by the T-34. Actually nails those Panzer Grens and brings them down to 1 man, forcing the retreat. Second Panzer IV now on the field for Blitz, so this is doomed now for Paradox. Blitz could actually push right now if you wanted to. Vet 2 now on the original Panzer IV, so that is going to be way more difficult to kill now. And there goes the Panzer IV. No, actually it decides to back off. It does take a shot by that T-34, doing a little bit of damage to the frontal armor, about 10% damage. And the new shock troop squad that got produced is forced off of the field very quickly by those Panzer IVs, down to 2 men. Forced off of the field. Conscript do throw an 18-8 on the brand new Panzer IV, and the Panzer IV does get a crit on the engine. T-34 pushes forward, getting repaired by both combat engineers at the same time, taking some shots across the river onto those tanks, but not managing to accomplish much from that. Half-track over on the left-hand side is apparently going to go for the sniper. Does it actually know if the sniper's there? No. Yes. No. He didn't know it was there. Ooh, very close. The sniper almost got caught by that half-track. Half-track could capture this point, but there's really not much point to it. There isn't anything connecting on the field. And we now have that Paradox is actually triple capped, and we have 311 to 182 points. T-34 pushes across the river, still getting repaired, gets some nasty shots by the Panzer IVs, and is now to a very sliver of health, down to about 5%. One more shot by a Panzer IV should do it. This Panzer IV does have a damaged engine. It's trying to pursue the T-34, but it doesn't appear to be able to get... Ooh! Very nice shot there. Actually almost nails the T-34. Second T-34 now on the field for Blitz. It's exactly what he needed. Oh my god, that T-34 almost went into the water, but it manages to use his threats in the snow and get itself out of there. And unfortunately, though, walks into the line of sight of both Panzer IVs and takes very nasty shots to the face, and bringing its health down to about 10% health. Blitz being used on the Vet 2 Panzer IV. It's going to get right on top of that second T-34. T-34 might be able to ram it, but there isn't much that this single T-34 can do. Down is going to go the T-34. There it goes. Second T-34 getting desperately repaired by the combat engineers. Is now to about 75% health. But Paradox says, you know what? That's it. I can't really follow it up. I already lost my second T-34. And I have almost nothing on the field compared to what Blitz has. I mean, 1 shock troop, 1 conscript, and a Vet 2 sniper. I mean, Vet 2 sniper pretty good. How many kills did the sniper get? 13 kills only, so probably killing a lot of Panzer Grins with that one, so not a lot of kills, but, you know, decent enough. Oh well. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.